Hello again, KL1. So for today, we are actually going to be doing a different type of writing for this week. So last week we did a how-to writing piece, and we talked about how to wash our hands. The week before, we did a persuasive writing piece, and you guys tried to convince me what show to watch. And then the week before, we did opinion writing, and you guys gave me your opinion about something, if we should recycle, right? So this week we're going to do a whole new writing topic. Every week we write a different little piece of writing. So this week's topic, or this week's topic or skill that we're going to learn is informational writing or informational books. So we're going to look at informational books and we're going to look at informational writing. Okay. So I do need to tell you that if you are reading a book and it is an informational book, it is telling you, you see this chart here, it's telling you facts, okay? And facts are real life things. So if you're reading a story like Elephant and Piggy, that's not telling you facts. That's just a funny story, right? Or Pete the Cat, that story isn't telling you facts, right? Those are just little like fun stories to read. But if you were reading about dinosaurs, or if you were reading about sharks, or if you were reading about the weather, those are books that would tell us information. Those are books that would tell us real life facts, okay? So we're gonna do a lot of informational reading this week, and we're gonna do a lot of informational writing this week, all right? So down here I wrote informational. So if we are reading an informational book, it's called a nonfiction book, okay, friends? It's called nonfiction. So that means that it has a lot of different features in it that we're going to go over. And I'm going to show you what it means to read a book about facts, or a book that is telling us something that is nonfiction, okay? So in informational books or in informational writing, you guys are going to be writing for me about something informational. I'll tell you later on in the week. But first, I want to show you what it means to have an informational book, or I want to also kind of give you an overview on what you are going to sort of be doing with your writing this week, okay? So I have here, I'm going to move the computer. I have here informational books, okay? So notice over here, I drew you something, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute, okay? But hold on a second, I'm not going to talk about that yet. Just want to go through these really big vocabulary words, all right, friends? So up here, we have the word heading, okay? So I'm going to go back to that, but heading means that it is in an informational book, and it is a nonfiction book that gives us facts. And look at that. I wrote heading in blue, okay? So when you have a heading in a book, it means that there is a heading. It's like the top of a page or the top of a section. So my heading is sharks. See how I linked that? I have a blue heading and I have the blue sharks, all right? Then down here, I have the word diagram, okay? And diagram is in the word green, or in the color green, okay? And I actually didn't put it in green, but I can do that right now. Hold on 1 minute, because that is our diagram. Okay, so the diagram is right here. This is the whole see that? I highlighted it in green. That is a diagram, okay? Then down on the next one, it says labels, all right? And labels, you know what labels are because I ask you to put labels in your writing all the time. So labels are parts of the drawing, or parts of the picture, or even parts of the story that you're reading that show us the different names of each part, right? So here my labels are in red. Notice how they're in red. And up here are all my labels. His eyes and teeth and gills and his tail over here. Okay, so those are all my labels. My labels are in red. Then down below, I have bold words. Now, bold words are different types of vocabulary that are in your books. You're going to make bigger, like brighter, bolder, right? It's going to pop out at you. So notice in this paragraph, okay, it has a bold word. It has a different color word in it. So you know that that's a vocabulary word. That's something that you have to pay attention to. All right. So that's another thing that we're going to figure out this week, or look at this week with informational writing and reading. And then the last thing is captions, okay? And captions are actually a little piece of, information right under a picture, all right? And I look at this. I labeled, or I put the caption in the color purple, okay? And look at this. My caption is right under my picture. I'm going to read the caption. The caption says, "This is a great white shark. Sharks are big fish. They live in oceans all over the world." So that's like a little bit of information right under my picture, and that's called a caption, okay? So I just chose sharks because Jason was learning about sharks this week. So I just wanted to show you how it's going to look. I'm going to sit down. How it's going to look this week with learning about informational writing and informational books. Okay? We're going to be reading lots of books about growing fruits and vegetables and growing seeds and plants and flowers. And in all of those books that we read, you're going to be looking for all of these things, okay? You're going to be looking for a heading and diagrams. Diagrams are like little pictures, right? Like this, a little picture in a picture. And labels, right? I showed you the labels, all the different parts of a picture. And bold words, right? Our vocabulary words, big words or bolded out words. And then you have captions, right? Captions are like little pieces of information underneath a picture, okay? So that's a little bit about informational writing or reading, or books that we're going to look at, right? And I want you to think about how you're going to use that in your writing piece, okay? Because we're going to do a writing piece at the end of this week that's informational. It has facts in it. It's real life things, okay? You're not going to be writing about your mommy taking you to Target. That's a story. We're going to be writing about something informational, something that's factual, something that you can, learn about that's real life, okay? So that's a little bit of background about informational books and what we're going to start to talk about when we're going to turn it into a writing piece. And I'm going to read you a story, actually, that is an informational book, and it's called The Carrot Seed. It's going to be fun, friends. Hold on 1 minute because I'm going to share the screen to you. Okay, friends, so here is the book, The Carrot Seed, and we are going to start reading it. It's actually a really cool book, and Miss Ewan actually has read it a couple of times. So here we are, The Carrot Seed by Ruth Krauss. A little boy planted a carrot seed. Look at him putting the seed in the ground. He doesn't know what'll come from it, I'm not sure. Sorry guys, this book is being silly. His mother said, "I'm afraid it won't come up." His father said, "I'm afraid it won't come up." I don't know why. And his big brother said, "It won't come up." They're being really, really not encouraging. They're not being nice to him. They're saying, I don't know what this book is doing, but this book is silly. And they're all looking at him and they're saying to him, this carrot seed plant or this carrot seed is not going to plant or not going to have any carrots on it. They're just looking at him. Oh, and look at that. He's taking care of it. He's raking by it and he's giving it water. He's giving it all the things that it needs to grow because he really wants this carrot seed to grow. He's thinking about it. Every day, the little boy pulled up the weeds around the seed and sprinkled the ground with water. See, he's doing all the things that you should do to take care of a seed. But nothing came up. And nothing came up. Everyone kept saying it wouldn't come up. And here we have random. But he still pulled up the weeds around it every day and sprinkled the ground with water. Even though everyone was not being encouraging, he said, I'm still going to take care of this little plant, and I hope that something comes up. But nothing still, nothing yet. And then one day, a carrot came up. Look at that. A big carrot plant came up. And his mom said no, his dad said no, his big brother said no. But guess what? He took care of that seed and that plant just as the little boy had known that it would. So see, just because his parents said that this is not gonna be a carrot plant, he didn't listen to them, right? He did not listen to them. He said, I'm gonna do this anyway. I'm gonna take care of this carrot seed anyway. Now, I will tell you that that book was not an informational book, but it gave some information about plants, okay? So it wasn't a full nonfiction book. It wasn't a book that was only facts. It was a story with some facts, okay? So not a full nonfiction book, not fully an informational book. It just gave you a little bit of information on how to take care of plants, right? So we're going to read more and more books about information because you guys are going to end up writing an informational piece of writing this week. You're going to tell me about something. You're going to give me facts about something. So today, for your EL content assignment, you are going to go on Epic and you're going to type in on top the search bar nonfiction books or informational books, and you're going to read one of those books. After you're done reading one of those books on Epic, I want you to write a response to what did I learn, okay? So you're going to read a nonfiction book on Epic, and you're going to answer this question. You can draw a picture and write some words. This is your response for today. What did I learn, okay? So that's what your EL content lesson and assignment is for today. We're going to be doing informational books and informational writing this week. And I hope you have fun reading on Epic. And I hope and can't wait to see your responses on what you learned. All different things. It could be any nonfiction book you want. It could be about sharks. It could be about trees. It could be about plants. It could be about weather or dinosaurs. Anything you want to learn. Okay? Have fun with this, friends. I'll see you in a little while.